Hey trainers, welcome back to Trainer TV. I'm Professor Chris, and this week we're going to be covering something a little bit different than just what cards to stick in your deck. We've already spent some time teaching you how to build up your deck for competitive play, and today we're going to teach you a little bit about the etiquette and lingo that goes into competitive Pokemon TCG games. During the course of this video, Trainer's going to be showing you some less than perfect examples of how you should act during a TCG match. So the very first thing is going to be your first impression when meeting your opponent. Make sure that when you sit down across from them, that you always introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Professor Chris.
What's up, bro? Found it.
Oh,
There.
yep. We'll do that.
Cut my deck.
Introducing yourself and being friendly is a really important part of the Pokemon TCG game. When you choose to play, you choose to become a part of the community, and you may as well make it a more pleasant experience for everyone. When you're starting your match, if your opponent happens to mulligan or not draw any basic Pokemon in their first hand, you know that you get to draw an extra card at the start of your match. During tournament play, make sure to put a die on top of your deck to signify how many mulligans you get to draw for. It keeps everyone honest and makes sure that you don't make any mistakes during a tournament match. Some of you may be used to letting your opponent cut your deck at the beginning of a match. During tournament play, it's very important that you make sure that you offer your opponent the chance to cut your deck each and every single time you shuffle it.
Can I cut your deck?
Cut you.
Offering a cut is very important to avoid awkward situations like that. It also keeps everyone honest and ensures that no one can cheat or blame you for cheating. If you don't feel like cutting your opponent's deck every single time, you also have the ability to tap. That is, touch the top of your opponent's deck and just say tap. That means I don't want to cut it and you're free to draw from it.
Cut if you wish.
Tap.
Okay.
During tournament play, it's usually custom to announce the actions that you do, such as drawing from your deck or playing down a stadium or using an ability. It helps your opponent stay in touch and keep up with you as to what you're doing, and also allows the judges to hear what you're doing to ensure that there's no foul play going on.
DCE. Let's do an Ultra Ball, throwing away a Water Energy, and an Enhanced Hammer. I'll go ahead and use Quaking Punch for 30 damage. You can't play any item cards from your hand next turn.
If you're relatively new to the tournament scene, don't be afraid to stop your opponent and ask to see what their card does. They are obligated to show it to you, as well as anything that's in their discard pile, so you can work your strategy around that.
Put down Seismitoad.
Can I see what that Seismitoad does?
Sure.
Thank you.
At the end of a game, when all's said and done, make sure that you're a gracious winner, and please, don't gloat or showboat during your last turn.
Boom. Top decked it, bro. Top decked it. Done. You are done.
Oh.
Quaking Punch, knockout, boom, GG, bye.
And sometimes after a match, you're more than welcome to ask your opponent for advice on where you could have performed better. But not everyone wants that kind of feedback. If they don't ask, please, don't give them advice on what they could have done. It typically will just make people feel bad.
Yeah, dude, if you used Evil Ball 2 turns ago, I would have been done. I'm so lucky you didn't put that. And if you got that Lysander with that Versus Seeker instead of the Sycamore, you would have had it, man. You would have had it. So, but, you know, you didn't.
If at all during a round, if you think that something suspicious is going on, or if you just flat out don't understand something, there's no shame in raising your hand and calling a judge. In summary, before a match, sit down, shake hands with your opponent, and introduce yourself. During a match, make sure that you announce all of your plays and that both you and your opponent know what's going on at all times. At the end of a match or after a match, make sure that you are a gracious winner and not a sore loser. Don't offer unwanted advice, and at the end of the day, remember that it's all about having fun. Thanks again for joining us this week, and thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Trainer TV, the Pokemon Lifestyle channel. Remember, train on!
Yeah.